The video is called Street Level Heroes Are Horror Villains. Video by Waves.
Imagine this scenario real quick. Let's say you became a criminal. You're about to be evicted from your apartment. Your girlfriend is hating on your guts right now. And you need the money from robbing this very bank because without it, you're gonna die because you can't pay for your hospital treatments no more. To summarize it real quick.
Hey, yo, fuck this nigga Ted, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This nigga had my 5th grade years just ass, bro. Ted jokes all day, every fucking day, bro. If I ever see who invented Ted, it's the dude who made Family Guy, right? If I ever see the dude who invented Ted, it's an insta fade, bro. I'm sorry. Ted and Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks, bro. Both of those niggas gotta go. Made my life a living hell for their respective years. Especially Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Because that nigga kept showing up in movie after movie. And of course it was the fat, stupid chipmunk. Like I couldn't have been Simon, bro. I feel like I'm a Simon ass nigga. Like when we really analyze him from a character perspective. You know what I mean? I definitely got Simon in me. I did have a crush on the chipmunks growing up though, the girl ones. So, you know, I wasn't too disappointed. Anywho, let's just keep it pushing.
Your life is garbage. Now imagine, after leaving the bank with the stolen funds, you just look to the side one time and you see this.
What Batman is this? Okay. Nah, that's evil as hell. I will say though, I've always said I'd rather fight your crazy planetary, universal, outerversal, whatever characters. I would rather fight them than I would a street tier. Because if I have to fight a fucking Fate character or Goku or something, they're just gonna erase me from existence or just vaporize me real quick and I'm gonna be good. If I have to fight a street tier, I'm getting Knuckles to sternum. I'm getting Knuckles to rib cage. I'd rather get evaporated before I could process the pain than have my nose cartilage aligned with my ass crack, bro. I'm good off that, bro. Hell no.
I'm out with that, man. Let me just get to it and say my piece. Street level heroes are evil. Not just because most of them are human.
Daredevil, you gotta keep me away from Daredevil, bro. Because Daredevil is damn near just a nigga who be whooping shit, bro. You know what I mean? Spider-Man might take mercy on me, just wrap me up and hang me upside down and have all the blood flow into my head in front of all the hoes while he waits for the police to come get me. Batman might just do like a little bus, a little weird fake Tibetan monk martial arts attack and take me out in one blow and I'm gonna be good. But Daredevil, that's just a blind nigga who squabbles, man. He's going to... No. Miss me with that Daredevil fade.
And don't have any powers, so they
Yeah,
pretty much
that nigga Robin, bro. Yo, what is this?
end up using their full-on force and techniques to just, I don't know, send you to the afterlife real quick. But it's really because half of these guys commit some of the most craziest, brutal, diabolical ways to take down their enemies. It even gets you questioning on how they're even a good guy in the first place. They're low-key crazy. And that's what I'm gonna be talking about today, man.
Yeah, give me TV Adam West Batman. Give me that TV Adam West Batman. The one that was bullshitting and jumping around with Robin. And I guess they couldn't show actual fighting on screen, so they had to show a bunch of pows and kapows and shit. I'll take that any day of the week as opposed to what they got Batman doing these days, bro. Imagine TV's Adam West Batman seeing what they have Batman do in the Arkham games, bro. That might even have to be its own separate video. I know there's some videos we could watch on that. Anywho, we all know my GOAT here, Tom, is the best of these 3 Spider-Men, you know. The movie that just dropped yesterday, probably about to put up $1 billion. What else can you really say? Don't spoil that shit. If I catch a single brand new day spoiler in the chat before I see that movie, that's an eternal ban. Andrew better. No. Okay, I'll say this. Andrew definitely the funniest. Like, I feel like Andrew embodies... I feel like Tom is the best Peter. Andrew is the funny, like, the best Spider-Man in terms of quips and shit. And then Toby just got legacy points. But... That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
For today's video, my beautiful people, I've decided to expose, investigate, and honestly just say the truth on how most of these good guys really and truly ain't good. Half of these men on a bad day are the same people who would knock out grandmas robbing milk for their kids from your local Tesco. Justice corrupts these men. And just to explain this for those of you that are confused about the term, a street tier or a street level hero is just what you think it sounds like. Somebody who operates in a more grounded place like
be whooping niggas on the streets,
city or a town, and protects the people in that place from...
Oh yeah, keep me away from Lucas Cage too, bruh. Keep me away from this big, buff, black, stereotypical ass nigga, bruh. I'm good off him too.
Criminals. Most of the time by scaring them. So sit down, get your snacks, and relax as I talk about the madness that are street level heroes. And without any...
Who the fuck was that? He was dogging that boy. Was that Moon Knight?
And without any more yapping, Batman is the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, Batman, he's like the progenitor of this evil ass shit that we call street tiers, bro. We gotta watch out for Batman no matter what.
This man literally uses fear to take down criminals, hiding in the shadows like one stalker, and stands on literal rooftops at night, pitch black in the dark, and looks at people like this.
And he big as shit too. Yeah, I'm good off that.
Look, I just know for a fact, in Gotham, when kids see Batman in real life, they're probably not out here looking at him thinking, oh my god, it's Batman, it's Batman. Can I get your autograph, please? Spider-Man! Nah. They're definitely gonna run away from how ominous the guy looks. I mean...
Was that... Oh, yo, that Penguin show was cold as shit.
The way he even takes down crime? No way, man. Look, I know and we all know that deep down, Batman has good intentions for the people of...
I will say, though, Batman... Okay, I feel like there's different ways you can get out of fighting each of these different characters, right? Like, okay, let's say I'm fighting Batman, right? Or no. Let's say I feel like if I'm in a position where I'm fighting Batman, first of all, it's because I'm a lackey. Okay, I needed the money real quick. Rent was due. You know, I got hired by the Riddler to be a henchman. Whatever. Okay, boom. Batman pulls up. Right now, I'm surviving without injury, unless I am the unlucky lackey that he decides to jump on first. Okay? You know how he'd be coming off the roof and then like, whoop, boom, boom, wailing on niggas? Okay, here's what I'm doing. I never said I would beat Batman. I said, here's how I would get out of the fade, right? All right, boom. Batman is wailing on, you know what I mean, whatever, my fellow henchmen, okay? The same dude, my day one, he was going to be the henchman with me. I said I got his back through everything. I didn't know Batman was coming. Okay, so he's wailing on my day one. Now, the thing about Batman is even though he's very efficient, I feel like he's just slow enough that he's not taking us all out at once, right? So boom, doom. Batman's dogging my day one. First thing I'm doing, I'm laying on my back. I'm playing possum. If I try to run away, don't try to run away, okay? Batman's there, don't try to run away because he's going to reach to that belt, shoot that grappling hook around my ankle, trip me up, doom, chin to the concrete, all right? My head is still dazed from chin to the concrete. Then he's going to zoop me back in with that grappling hook. I'm going to run into like 6 of my dudes on the way, and then he's going to fling me to the back wall, okay? So remember, do not run away. What you got to do, you just hit the floor, okay? He's probably going to throw some batarangs and some smoke bombs anyway, okay? There's a chance he's not necessarily keeping track of everyone he drops off. You see, the thing, the issues that the henchmen have is that they think they eventually going to get to him. You're not going to get to him. So you just hit that floor, act like you already dead, and when he walks by you while he's cleaning up the scene, scoping for clues or whatever, hold your breath like a school shooter is walking by. Because honestly, that would be a more optimal situation to be in. Because if he finds out you're still conscious... But yeah, that's how I'm escaping the Batman fade.
Awesome. All in all, the guy really just wants to make a change for the place to be a much better and safer area for everyone. Because let's cut to it, Gotham by far is the worst superhero fictional place ever. It stinks.
Gotham is pretty fucking bad. It is pretty fucking bad, but I would rather Gotham than like whatever city Invincible is supposed to be living in, bruh. Because all the bullshit be right around the corner from that nigga, bro. I'd rather have to deal with the Joker and the Riddler than Viltrumites pulling up.
Gang-affiliated areas in real life in London look like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's how shit is out there. Somebody's always getting robbed every 2 seconds.
He lives in Chicago?
Murdered every 5 minutes, and blown up every hour. And the police ain't doing this about it. They're useless.
Nah, deadass niggas stay breaking out of Arkham, bro. All them niggas bought out corrupt ass city.
But when it comes to Batman, stopping crime his own way and actually trying to be a part of this hero shit, this man is straight up terrifying. Like I mentioned earlier, Batman uses fear as a tool to scare criminals, acting as an imposed threat to all of them. And instead of being perceived as—
I'm not gonna lie, was Batman the OG ledge farmer? He really did kind of like put that shit on the map when you really think about it.
threat to all of them, and instead of being perceived as some symbolic representation of hope, to them they just seem like he's the devil. And the actions Batman even does in Gotham to
Dude, yo, that fucking the buff ass, who was it? It wasn't Nolan's Batman. It was Snyderverse, whatever. That Batman was on some other shit, bro.
I'm down gets you questioning on why you would even become a bad guy in the first place. You basically just want to game over yourself at that point. You're finished. Batman
Absolute Batman, big buff ass. I gotta read Absolute Batman. I might do that on stream.
Same guy who would interrogate people by threatening to squash their heads with his own car, dash them and throw them across rooms, punch them endlessly until they stop breathing, dangle them off whole giant buildings threatening
All
to
type
drop them,
of shit.
and even after getting the information he needed out of this one guard threatening to break his arm, he still broke his arm anyway. How is he not considered the bad guy here? He's sick. This is the same man who would bum rush people and get score streaks, straight popping UAVs every single time.
And he got all that fucking futuristic ass tech, bro. That nigga probably tapped into the flock cameras that they putting up all around your city. Part of the surveillance state. Go ahead and try to steal from Walmart with Batman around, bro. See what happens.
And knocking out waves of 10 to 20 people in one go. And then apparently, when it comes to people like the Joker, who do significantly worse than any other people in Gotham, he just gives them a slap on the wrist.
Damn.
This is favoritism, man. How is it not playing favorites? In Arkham City, when Joker was about to die, Batman was saying that after all he did, he still would have saved him. Which I can understand to an extent because he's a hero. Allegedly. And the Joker was dying anyway. But then, when you really think about it and deep it for a second, how is he saying nice things like this to the Joker? But to the average level criminal, he's straight up...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he gotta start breaking Joker shit some more. Waves is bringing up some points. I'm not even saying he has to break his code, his, you know what I mean, his no kill rule. If he wants to hold that, he can hold that. But I don't see a reason why Joker needs his kneecaps with Batman around. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the whole entire relationship between Batman and the Joker is such that they kind of justify each other's existence, right? I think they low-key like each other. Like, not like that, but like they low-key like exist. They coexist, you know what I mean? I've always said, okay, you know how, you know, growing up, everyone used to pray for powers, right? Of course. Everyone did. But growing up, I also used to pray that like some terrorists and domestic terrorists would get powers as well if I was going to get powers. Because I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but I just felt like if I was going to get powers, it wouldn't be tough if I didn't have no one to squabble with, right? If it was just me. Now, in hindsight, looking back, I think there are powers that be, that, you know, I definitely have my hands full if I got the superpowers tomorrow. So maybe I don't want super domestic terrorists. We already have some crazy shit going on in the world. I'd have enough to handle. But, you know, as a kid, I used to be like, yo, like, God, like, yo, please, you know, give me whatever powers, Spider-Man powers, Flash powers, whatever. But, like, if you want to give someone else some powers, too, that maybe has a completely different moral framework than me, I won't be mad at it. Because, honestly, what's the point of having powers if you don't got no one to squabble? And so I feel like Batman and the Joker kind of justify each other's existence, which is why Batman be letting them slide on the
Open them out like he doesn't care. Nah, Batman is just a sociopath at that point. You just gotta sign out here. This man really and truly just doesn't care for any situation. If he even saw you wearing a belly and trying to steal some money from a cash register, put the money in my ass, nigga. Even if you try to justify to him saying that you need the money for your family or to save your own life or for whatever good reason that would actually make sense, you're gonna go straight to heaven next week. He has zero tolerance for petty theft. But for
yeah, do we? You think Batman actually has never killed? Like, you think there's been at least 1 or 2, 5, 10 niggas that he dogged out, sent to the hospital, and they just bled out because their rib punctured their lung, and Bruce just chose not to follow up to see what happened? You know what I mean?
people like the Joker, after he would do some mind-bending crazy antics like paralyzing Barbara Gordon, traumatizing Jim Gordon, and worst of all, he thought he killed Jason. And yet the best he can do for him is Arkham. Bake off, man. Batman is the same person who will say he has a no-kill rule, that he'll never cross that line and wouldn't be able to come back from such a traumatic experience. But what the hell is the difference between that and giving everybody else?
At that point, if you're gonna give me brain damage, bro, you could just kill me. That's a lot of memes. It is a lot of memes, bro. As someone who used to edit someone like this, bro, I know these videos are so tiring to make because just finding all of the memes, it takes an unbelievable amount of time, bro. Shout out Waves.
The man effortlessly puts people on 1 HP, straight critical health, dogging on them and consistently putting them in.
What the fuck is this nigga fighting a Ninja Turtle for? A nigga fighting Leonardo, giving that nigga elbow to the back of the crane easy.
The ICU real.
Yo, that just reminded me, bro. I had this Batman X Scooby-Doo DVD as a kid, bro. I used to watch that shit on repeat, bro.
Quick. If we're being real here, he's always like 1 punch away from killing somebody. You might as well commit to it at that point. In Injustice, he was moving like Superman was some absolute demon threat that needed to be checked, right? But then he was out here thumping this guy till he would see starlights. Bruce! After the 3rd punch, he was already knocked out. The extra bangs you were putting in was so unnecessary. You flipping twit. He may not kill bad guys, but he...
What is this, Samurai Batman? I have seen. Didn't that drop recently? That Batman Samurai shit? That shit do look kind of cool.
Bad guys, but he would make you drink through a straw for the rest of your life. He'd break your jaw so hard, you get put on some meaty meal plan like eating soup for the rest of your days. That's a horrible way to live. Curse you, Batman. And the thing is about half the shit this guy does is that some of it really and truly is just hella unnecessary. Why are you interrogating and punching up people?
Just choking niggas out for
like
no
this?
reason.
I'm not saying you don't have to be a little threatening and do the business.
Is this the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog music in the background? W ball knowledge.
To criminals. I mean, you live in Gotham. I understand it. But god damn, man, you more or less hospitalize everyone.
Golly.
When you come across, and healthcare's already hella expensive too. You pagan, you know they can't pay for that shit. Then bro, if you're
that's true, bro. Damn, that nigga do be doing that shit in the fictional US.
A thug in Gotham and you unfortunately come across Batman, your life either way is so cooked. Cause not only are you about to get your body discombobulated like you Kira from JoJo and most likely tied around in a giant cast, but now you gotta pay off all that healthcare you finna get too. So now you got a broken body and you broke. Yo, get me out of here, man. This guy is evil. But as much as we already know that Batman comes off as a horrifying individual.
Who's next, Spidey?
Let me tell you something real quick. Spider-Man getting serious and...
Yeah, okay, yeah. Spidey, I'll take the Spidey fade over the Batman fade any day except a day when Spider-Man is mad. Because, you know, if he just playing around, okay, you know, he's just finna tie me up, embarrass me in front of the hoes, whatever. But if he really trying to get something done, the front of my cranium is not safe. It's getting slammed into a wall.
Telling normal jokes genuinely might be top 5 most scariest people in fiction. Because this guy becomes a sicko. Even though Spider-Man is like one of the most unserious superheroes you could ever come across.
Which makes him goated, by the way. That was very, like... Him being the jokester is fine, bro.
Quips and jokes and honestly just give him more of a...
He be coming up with them shits quick as hell, too. He kind of quick with it.
...vibe that he's not going to do anything to you. Well, that shit is cap. I don't know who told you that. That couldn't be further from the truth. That low-key doesn't mean shit. Because when Spider-Man actually decides to tweak out one day and stops pulling his punches, then the guy has the potential to become a straight up
Yeah.
demon.
I'm not gonna lie, he's a true potential man, bruh.
It's crazy. Every single time Spider-Man goes through some sort of traumatic moment in his life, especially when it comes down to the death of a loved one, shit always starts going sideways. Like in the movies, when Uncle Ben got murked, the guy wasted no time, chased the person who he thought did it real quick, and scared the life out of the guy so much, he fell out a window and finessed himself. And that guy wasn't even the real murderer anyway. Spider-Man basically just killed a guy who ain't done shit.
Damn, did they start the movies off like that? I don't remember that. Them 2000 movies were edgy than a motherfucker, bruh.
To him. Man.
Which Spider-Man version am I wanting to fight? That's a good question. And the reason I think that's such a good question is because the ones that are sillier tend to be the cartoon ones. But the cartoon ones kind of end up being the ones with the wicked feats. I think I'm going to go Tom. Tom is going to have some gadget that just, wraps me up real quick. And that's that. Quick work, painless. Andrew gonna really make me look fucking stupid out there. He's gonna hit some funny ass jokes, have all the hoes laughing. Like, and he's gonna web me up. He was a big webber. He's gonna web me up like when he climbed on the fucking lizard. That's just uncomfortable. And Toby, that nigga was just a crasher. Like, he just gonna whoop your ass. So I think I'm taking Tom, man.
Hey, duh. I'm not gonna lie though, he was still a piece of work anyway. You know what? I'd throw him out the window too. This guy was a waste man. But in Spider-Man 3, when he found out that Flint Marko was the one who actually killed Uncle Ben, this guy jumped straight down to the sewers, started crawling in the dark like one fiend, stalking this guy. And when he finally peeked out in front of him, ready to run the fade, we all know Peter was intentionally trying to murder him. Game over him in the next 5 seconds. Teeth is life.
Like, if that was not Sandman, bro, do you know how crazy of an attack that would have been? What makes you think, I'm not gonna lie, that boy tried to hit the Omni-Man before Omni-Man? Because what makes you see a moving train and just, let me put this nigga's dome against that shit for pure friction.
Game over him in the next 5 seconds. Teeth is life. He didn't care about anything else besides getting revenge. Granted, he was wearing a symbiote suit, which definitely influenced him negatively.
Sure, but that was still him, bruh. The symbiote suit really just be egging you on, bruh. That was still his thought. I don't care what suit I'm wearing, bro. The thought would never cross my mind. Even if I was trying to dog bro out right there, I don't think the thought would ever cross my mind. Let me skid his shit against the train. I might try to push him in front of the train. I might slam his head on the concrete, but you know how crazy you got to be to think like, yo, let me just dome him against the train. Absolutely not.
Change the fact that the idea of murking him was already circling around Spider-Man's conscience the entire time. And who blames him? You murked his family. Of course he finna tweet. Like my dog. When the Green Goblin came out in No Way Home and straight up started trolling and violating Peter's whole plan to save the Sinister Six from dying in their own universes, this guy Peter wasted 0 minutes and was giving straight belt to ass on the Goblin. Doing
I
whole
do remember
finishes
that, yeah. He was throwing him through
with his punches. And the Goblin was just laughing in his face and suplexed him straight to the bottom.
That shit was wicked. Down 3 floors.
Then when the Goblin committed the most disgusting, vile
I gotta see that new Spider-Man, bro. Holy, I'm gonna buy the ticket soon.
act of killing Aunt May and made Peter practically lose his mind, when these two were having their final fight
It was about to be GG. He was dropping haymakers on that boy.
Bugging. Every punch from the guy was personal, like how I beat the shit out of my controller when I get stick drift. Stop doing that shit to me, man. I hate it. This guy banged him in the face so hard he tumbed down on the ground, literally just hitting heavy attack after heavy attack after heavy attack. He wanted to kill him. The only reason why he didn't fall through with that was because Tobey Maguire stopped him. And even if Tobey Maguire didn't stop him, he probably would have killed him anyway if Andrew didn't throw him the Goblin Cure. That's some perfect timing right there. Norman, you were hella lucky, man. But look, I can keep mentioning so many moments from movies and TV shows that show you Spider-Man is a lot stronger than he is. He's low-key underestimated on when it comes down to his superpowers. He comes off as a lot weaker in general than what he's capable of because he doesn't want to hurt people. So let's let's just make this interesting. Spider-Man has slumped She-Hulk. I'm talking about one punch, one single punch, one chrome to the door, one bang to the face, one deck to the head, one knockout KO while hanging upside down.
Damn, with one
And he
hand.
slumped her like they were in a boxing match. She got fully sent to the other side of the room because of it. And the context behind this? Somebody posing as She-Hulk
Looks like it's
tried to kill Spider-Man. And because Spider-Man didn't know that it was actually a fake She-Hulk that tried to do that shit, he just chose violence the minute he laid
He just
eyes on
spun
her.
back.
And I know you lot aren't deep in this shit enough. Are you realizing this, my boy? She-Hulk can sometimes go bad for bad with Bruce.
That meme used to be funny as shit. The meme of her clapping, that shit was hilarious.
Spider-Man can punch Hulks. What the hell are we talking about here? On top of that, he's done loads of merciless shit, like rip Craven's daughter's face off.
Damn.
Almost ripped his skin.
Oh yeah, he did do that. He does be doing that gripper shit where he grips your face with the sticky fingers and then I don't know. It's not suction. I think it's like electromagnets, but yeah, he be taking domes off.
Norman's face too, yacked off Doc Ock's metal arms, which would leave the guy in extreme, excruciating pain because it's like ripping his actual arms off, and done a lot more crazy shit, like hold up the flipping Daily Bugle while it was collapsing, beat the living life out of Kingpin after he tried to organize a hair on him, which got on May hurt.
Didn't he say he was gonna fill his lungs with the webs and shit?
And he started giving him the straight work. But the worst thing Spider-Man has ever done is that he dissed the X-Men, which apparently isn't really all that uncommon. The X-Men in the Ultimate Universe are dickheads.
I'm not gonna lie.
But
if the X-Men existed as they did in the comics, bruh, I'd probably be mutant phobic. I'm sorry. The X-Men be doing some insane violations.
The point I'm trying to make here is that Spider-Man could be a literal menace if he wanted to. I mean, shit. I didn't even mention things like Superior Spider-Man punching Scorpion's jaw clean off, or even crash outs like Insomniac Spider-Man, who are out here doing a whole finish.
Yo, the video games just be having these characters act up, bro. Like, what is this gymnastics move you're about to pull on this regular ass prisoner, bro? What would make you even think to do this shit?
Just on people, making it look like they'd never wake up the next morning. Especially when he got that symbiote on him. He was dead ass killing man them in. And as much as Spider-Man appears as goofy and unserious, just look at him in other comics and places, bro. Like Daredevil. Look at Spider-Man in Daredevil. The guy looks like he's about to send him into a coma. The man is crazy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. Daredevil, I'm not gonna say he can handle it. But, you know, he could put up a better fight than you and I. Let's just go with that.
But what if I told you I had somebody...
Okay, so if we're doing street tiers, who could be worse than Spider-Man, though? We did Batman, we did Spider-Man.
What if I could tell you I had someone who is one of the biggest sickos of all time? A guy so dangerous, so merciless, so twisted in how he fights crime. On my life, he's the worst than seeing a jump scare. And the last person I want to bring up for this video is Moon Knight. And he's crazy.
Moon Knight. Okay, I'm not tapped in with Moon Knight like that. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not tapped in with Moon Knight. I just know isn't he like actually schizophrenic or something? Or like he has a voice talking to him or something like that. Fooled
by the TV show, or maybe just the small amounts of representation Moon Knight's got in cartoons and shit.
Yeah, the most I know about Moon Knight is like him in the cartoons.
This guy is by far one of...
But can't he unlock some actual powers too? Like actual magic shit?
If not the worst hero you'd ever want to come across. I mean, if we're keeping it a buck here, he barely moves as an anti-hero. He moves like a villain. If you were a criminal and you saw Daredevil, congratulations. He might knock you out, but the most he would do is just send you to prison. If you saw the Punisher, sure, you
just gonna
might
kill
die.
You. No, you will die if you see the Punisher. You will die.
You gotta remember that he has no superpowers and he's just a human, so you might have a chance to beat him. But with Moon Knight, we're talking about a man who's got the backing up from an ancient god. He has
Yeah, he's like tapped in with, he's immortal?
Immortality, military special ops training, and a no mercy mindset to the point where he practically murks everybody. The guy is literally...
What the fuck is that? Why does he look like the devil?
Unhinged. I'd rather fight and get my ass beat by Arkham Batman, straight belt to ass on my shit every other day, than ever fight Moon Knight. This is the same guy who carved the whole man's face off.
What? What? Okay, yeah, y'all got Moon Knight, bruh. Y'all got Moon Knight. Carving the face meat off is heinous. Ew.
And wore it like it was his own.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. But he, like, I know he has some mental shit. I'm assuming a voice made him do this. Yeah, y'all got that, bro.
Consistently beats the life out of people, breaking every bone in their body, and leaves guys with a moon-shaped cut in their head like a calling card. Whooped the villains like the Hobgoblin and made him beg for mercy. What is this? Like, dog, he made Taskmaster afraid of him.
Damn. Taskmaster was tough, bro. I used to love Taskmaster.
Taskmaster is scared of Moon Knight because not only did he get first-hand
Damn, he stole that nigga Taskmaster drip and wore it tougher than him.
experience on how crazy this guy is. From him crashing an entire helicopter into the side of a building to get at him. But Moon Knight has one of the most sadistic, brutal fighting styles ever. If you don't know this, Taskmaster is somebody who learns and beats his opponents by mimicking them, gaining photographic reflexes to where he basically becomes a better version of whoever he goes against.
Right.
And the reason why he consciously decides not to copy Moon Knight is because Moon
What did the panel say? Unless I kill all of you right now, and I can, and I will.
Moon Knight tanks everything.
Oh, okay. So Moon Knight got that fucking like tweaker strength, bro. His fighting style is just go forward.
Eats straight bullets, takes arrows to the chest, probably a sword to the brain, and he never dodges. He fights like he has nothing
No dodge is crazy.
to lose and straight up dog walks everything. He had Taskmaster so shook from this shit that he was begging him for mercy. This guy is a fiend. Moon Knight gave Taskmaster generational trauma so bad that not only does he take no more jobs and contracts to take him out, but he snitches to Moon
Chill out. Look, there's a man out there who wants you dead a couple nights ago. He said, yo, chill. Yo, let's talk this out. Yeah, that nigga Moon Knight has to be off PCP or something, bro. I don't know.
Knight every time he gets one because he's scared of him. Oh my days, he's a sicko. And there's so many more things Moon Knight has done that would just make you delete yourself if you saw some of this shit. Like, good God, man. He even just grabbed Thor's hammer without
What? Your hammer is made of moon rock? Oh, okay. So he has like actual moon powers.
worthy.
So is he actually street tier? Or does he just dog street tier niggas because he can? I feel like there's a difference that has to be drawn there. Because if you're holding Thor's hammer, I don't think you're just a casual street tier, man.
And stole Ghost Rider's car. Even beat Iron Fist in a 1v1 and teethed his powers. Whose man is this? Moon Knight is just 100 times worse version of Batman. He's called the Fist of Vengeance for a reason. His way of taking down criminals is just villain shit. I'ma keep it real with you lot. Moon Knight even decided to wear white because he wants his enemies to see him coming. He's
That's fire. That's fire. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when I walk down on you in the night, I want you to know it's me. I want you to see me coming the whole way
but
through.
the element of surprise. I'm jumping straight in and throwing all these hands.
I mean, I guess thematically it works with his fighting style too, if he's just the type to go forward.
Although he is a really complex character, with him being somebody who suffers from DID and has multiple split personalities, that doesn't change anything on his way about taking down criminals. He might as well be a criminal himself. If I was a thug working for a crime boss and I saw Moon Knight perching on a rooftop just looking at me, I'm game over myself, man. My life is over. And these were all the characters that I wanted to mention for today. And you can't convince me that Street is really on that close to being criminals.
Yeah, no, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'll take a street tier. I mean, I'll take a universal tier or someone who can evaporate me out of existence 100 times before I take a street tier that'll break my bones.
He didn't even say anything about my goat, Daredevil. If he catches you in the hallway, you're fucked. But if you guys got any more characters that come to mind or disagree with the ones that I spoke about, comment down below, man. And before I end the video off, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. All right.